Welcome to Breaking Down the Breakdown. I'm Sébastien Francoeur. I'm a VFX supervisor at Rodeo.
And I'm Yvon Jardel, head of animation at Rodeo FX. Today we're going to be talking about the Myriapod, which we created for The Witcher. Where does the Myriapod come from? I remember that we asked our client this question, because we always want to have the backstory. It informs the character design if the creature comes from this place, or if the creature performed this type of task in its daily life, this is going to influence how it's shaped, how it moves. So we asked our client this question: where does it come from?
What was the answer?
I think he said, it comes from like outer space, like another dimension, but it was very, very blurry, like on the Queen Leshy, there was a backstory. She's the queen of the forest. Eskel Leshy is a witcher that gets infected. All of this was very clear. The Myriapod comes from outer space.
Yeah, weird creature coming from the outer space. Those were the basic guidelines. And also, based on the two other creatures we've done, that's the one creature where the design was pretty much locked. Mm-hmm. And we stick with the design that the production gave us.
Yeah, because it's the Myriapod mentis, right?
Yeah.
It's not just the Myriapod, it's the Myriapod mentis, and so there was this idea that he could use all his legs to be to move like a Myriapod, but also he has like mentis foreleg. And so it's this sort of hybrid between two creatures. So when we got it, we were like, oh, it would be cool if he's racing, if he needs to move fast, he goes really low, really close to the ground like a millipede. But then if he wants to attack, he rises and it's impressive, and then he starts to move like a mentis. The first thing we did, we had like a rough model from the early concept, and we tried to make him move that way, and we realized that the way the legs were distributed weren't supporting him in a horizontal position. So
it was also, on the default stance. If would have stand up, mm-hmm. It would have fall first.
Yeah. It was a bit of balance. Yeah, You're right. All the legs are end animated one by one. Even the arms also sometimes become animated they become part of the animation. We do the way we approach these type of shots. We have like a walk cycle, so we don't necessarily animate everything per shot. We have a starting point, a walk cycle, but then there's lots of cleanup, lots of tedious work to make it as cool as it is.
Also, one of the feature on that creature is he have a lot of arms, along the body. I think it's us that comes up with that idea at some point, because if I remember well, that you come with the idea, when he was flat over the ground, that he should use those members mm-hmm. to enhance that Myriapod look.
Yeah, and, the swarming effect. Yeah. Yes.
Our input on that creature otherwise was to find, proper references for the material, where we get the inspiration from the shading point of view. Mm-hmm. So we definitely look at some beetles, some creature, the hard shell, getting a nice variation in that shell, so where we can see different colors. Mm-hmm. Over that sequence, it was quite impressive how Henry Cavill's performance was good. Basically, it was fighting out of thin air in every single shot. But for the main action, it was that Henry Cavill performance that we body match moved and then sent to animation, and that comes the constraint for you at that time.
Yeah, but it was it is difficult when actors are performing without any reference point. Sometimes we have problem with eye lines or some gestures that don't make sense. But I have to say, Henry Cavill was doing a really good job acting out of thin air. It was very clear that the Myriapod was going to die, as usual.
Yeah,
we build a creature and we have a child and it gets killed instantly. But I think it's the theme in The Witcher. You know that you're not going to see that creature for too long.
Yeah.
That's it, everybody. We hope you enjoyed watching this episode of Breaking Down the Breakdown.
Thanks for watching.